Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today I am going to be looking at the June 2015 paper, question 7. Okay, so we have a line graph that shows the monthly sales in thousands of dollars at a car dealership for the period July to November 2014. Alright, so the first part A, says complete the table to show the sales for each month. So they gave us a graph, and basically they want us to read off certain things from the graph. So in August, this is August here, the sales would have been 20,000, right? So this would be 20. In October, what is it in October? It is here, so that is 25. And in November, it is 15. Alright, so make sure you look at the scale properly. Each of the small line represents 1, right? And this is 5 here, it's 10, so this is 15, and so on. Alright, so part A is straightforward, just read off from the graph. Part B, between which two consecutive months was the greatest increase in sales? Right, now you can look at this from the graph, or you can look at it from the table. So between July and August, we have a difference of an increase of 7. Between August and September, we have an increase of 16, right? And well, September to October, it's a decrease, and October to November, it's also a decrease. So between which two consecutive months do you have the greatest increase? So that will be from August to September, right? Because you have an increase of 16. Between which two consecutive months? Now when they say consecutive, they mean right after each other. So it's July, August, August, September, or September, October, or October, November. Consecutive means one after the next. Between which two consecutive months was there the smallest increase, right? So we're looking at increases only. So between July and August, we have an increase of 7. Alright, and between August and September is 16. So therefore the answer for part 2 is July to August. Right? And what feature on the line graph enables you to infer that the increase in sales between the two consecutive months was the greatest or smallest? Now, remember, we're looking at the change in sales, right? So therefore we're looking at the slope of each line segment. So if we look at this line segment here between July and August, it has a particular slope. If we look at between August and September, we have another slope. But this slope here, this line is actually steeper than this line. So therefore, just by looking at the graph, we can tell that the greater increase is between August and September. Alright, so what feature of the line graph? They are talking about the gradient, right? So part C now. Calculate the mean monthly sales for the period July to November. So all we need to do, we want to calculate mean. So we're going to add up all of them. So it'll be 13 plus 20 plus 36 plus 25 plus 15, and I'm going to divide all of that by how many months do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to divide that by 5, and what does that give me? So 13 plus 20 plus 36 plus 25 plus 15, we get 109. So 109 divided by 5 gives me 54.5. Alright, so the mean monthly sales is 54.5. Right? Now, okay, in part D now, they said the total sales for the period July to December is 130,000, right? That is for let's see. right? So that's July to December. Now you notice you don't have December in your graph, right? So this is December here. And what they're saying is that the total sales in dollars for the month, the total sales for the period July to December, right, is 130,000. And they want the amount of sales in dollars for the month of December. All right, so let's call the amount of sales for December, let's call that X. So what we are saying is that if we say 13 plus 20 plus 36, this is the amount of sales for each month we're talking about here, plus 25 plus 15 plus X is equal to, now students will get confused here because you see 130,000, but remember the sales given here is sales in thousands of dollars. So we're going to put 130, right? We're not going to put the whole 130,000. So let's add this up again. So 13 plus 20 plus 36 plus 25 plus 15 gives me 109, right? So 109 plus X is equal to 130, right? So therefore X is equal to 130 minus 109, and therefore X is equal to 130 minus 109, and that gives me 21, right? So this is 21 for December, right? But I want the sales in dollars, so therefore the answer is actually $21,000, right? And then I said completely line graph to show the sales for December. Well, it's $21,000. So for December, we need to go to 21, which is here. So all we do, we draw a line from this point coming up to $21. All right. So this is pretty straightforward. A question that is very similar to this is from the June 2016 paper. So have a look at that. Okay.